what does a win like that do for a team that's trying to, as Coach mentioned last week, build some momentum and confidence going into the tournament?
You know, it was needed because the one thing this group hasn't done is they haven't stopped working hard, and they've prepared every game. You know, and coming off of Wednesday's game, you know, we were a little fragile right away because we had prepared so hard and played so hard and really felt as a staff that we should have won that game. But what the guys did was they came back on Thursday, and they had a good day of practice Thursday, a really good day Friday, and obviously Saturday. I don't know if you guys are aware of our travel adventure going up there, but, you know, we got there, and they prepared in the short time that we had to get ready. So for them, it was a validation of how hard they've been working, and it was much needed from a psychological standpoint, and I think it's something that's going to carry us now as we finish, you know, the rest of the season here.
Is that possibly used, as I know we're late in the season, with a team building type of experience there when you're kind of just stuck in the middle of nowhere with, you know, everybody kind of on the bus?
Well, I don't know if it was team building, but it was, you know, it was interesting, you know, because we didn't know what was going on. We couldn't see that there was an accident on Interstate 70 and it was closed, but it was a few miles ahead of us. The traffic was so backed up, so we had no idea how long it was going to be. But the guys are great, you know. Nobody complained, and we just kind of rolled with it. And instead of getting there at 2:30, we left here at 10:30 in the morning, and we had to go right to practice. We didn't get to the Nutter Center until 7:30, and that was the first time we got off the bus. So, but it helped. Maybe it helped. I don't know.
Mike, what's the win do just for the mental aspect of the kids today?
Well, you know, every win is a positive from the mental side. The fact that we haven't won there since '94 really added a lot to it. But again, like I said, this group has been fighting to get a win, and through preparation during the week, not just on game day, which is what everybody else sees. You know, we played well at Cleveland State, we played well at Detroit, and like I said earlier, you know, the Green Bay game was a game that, you know, our guys really wanted that one, and we felt they should have got it, and, you know, but it didn't happen. You can go one of two ways with a young group like we have. You know, you can either kind of throw your hands up and say, you know what, we've worked hard, or you can really keep focusing and keep fighting, which is what they did. And, you know, for them today, I'm sure they feel really good about themselves.
Coach doesn't like to talk about himself. You've been around him a long time. What would a 700th win, you know, Saturday at home mean for him, this program?
You know what? We haven't talked about it as a staff in the office, anything, because, you know, that's just not what he does. He doesn't focus on any of that stuff. But from a personal standpoint, I mean, I don't care who you are. You know, you get to that milestone and you look at the list of guys that have done it, you know, it really validates a career. Whether he gets 700 or not, his career is validated. But it really validates a career of hard work, you know, perseverance, recruiting, knowing what you're doing, X's and O's, game management, you know, the whole package. You don't get to 700 if you can't do all of those things and put them together. So I'm sure for him, you know, he won't say it publicly. You know, he'll pass it off if you guys say something to him, whether it comes Saturday or whether it comes Wednesday or the following Saturday. He won't address it very much, but I know deep down it'll mean a lot to him. It'll mean a lot to us as a staff to be a part of it.
Is there a favorite win of yours since, you know, you guys have been here?
A favorite win. You know, there's been a lot because they all mean different things at different times of the year. You know, the Georgia win was a great win because it was an SEC team on the road and it was an ESPNU game. That was, you know, that was a special one. The first one we got here as a staff was special 10 years ago. Hard to believe it was 10 years ago. But as you go through each season, there's different wins. Like last night's win that one meant a lot to us. You know, that was a special win because, like I said, you know, not winning in a building, you know, for our tenure here and going back 20 years, you know, that was special. So to say that one trumps all of them, you know, there's probably not one, but there's a lot of memorable ones.
Can you talk about Marcus, Player of the Week this week, Mike?
Very excited for him. Well deserved. I mean, I think he was, over the course of this week, the Green Bay game and the Wright State game, he was, I think, 8 for 14 from the three-point line. He was our second leading rebounder. Not many turnovers. You know, just did a very good job of controlling the ball, making big shots when we needed them. And, you know, and he's had a really good conference season. You know, last year He was really good out of league and kind of struggled early on in the league. This year, he's kind of found his way, and I think it's a glimpse of what's to come. He's going to keep evolving as a player, and his best basketball is still ahead of him, but well deserved, and I'm very happy for him.
Next special win obviously would be a get-even win with Detroit, if you will. What has to happen differently? What do you have to do differently to reverse?
Take care of the ball. Our turnovers up there were the difference in the game. We played a really good game up there, taking away the turnovers. We played really hard. Anytime you put yourself in a position to win on the road, you've done something well. And our intensity, our focus was great for that game. Again, we had the last shot of regulation. Cam had a great look, had a couple options on that. And the shot just didn't fall. So that was another one that, we could have easily came away with. But the turnovers were really a difference. So if we can limit the turnovers, which was what we did in the Green Bay game. We went into that game earlier in the week focusing on two areas: turnovers and limiting offensive rebounds. When we went up to Green Bay, they had 20 offensive rebounds. And I think we had like 15 or 16 turnovers. We really shaved that number down, and that's why we were in a position to win that game at the end. So to answer your question, we got to limit our turnovers in that game.